So last weekend when we stumbled upon this cave in a blind valley, at the end of a blind valley, we'd initially explored through it and had suspicions about its origins in terms of glacial formations, boulders, glacial boulders that had rolled in and so forth, and we decided at that time to call it the Void. This past weekend we again made a return visit, hacking through the bush and increasingly larger quantities of various bugs, and we were coming back because we were not satisfied that we had found everything that was to be found in the void. There was a significant plug of leaves and sticks and branches up in one corner of the wall, and our intent was to dig it out. About 20 minutes of digging revealed this, the beginnings of this small passage, heavily ribbed to either side, and again the digging was easy as can be, so of course we were quite excited and dug rapidly. Well, we eventually came to a point where suddenly the front of the tunnel, pretty well what you can see pictured here, actually a little lower down, suddenly fell away, and beneath that collapse there was a tight, narrow passage which was heavily decorated and a significant echo coming back from further along.
As good as it's going to get. You're on.
So we're in this crack at the second void that we found. Jeff's been digging away. I've just been doing a bit of digging too. Looks like the front end of the tunnel's just fallen out, and I heard a big splash up ahead, and what I can see through a small hole, this human-sized tunnel with water in the bottom, a crack about a foot wide in the bottom of the human-sized tunnel where there's water sitting there. So without any further, we're going to let Jeff in as well. He can have a look as well, and then we're going to just bust this open.
Oh man, look at this. It's like from Aliens.
Yeah, it's incredible. So guys,
I have to go see
we're trying to videotape in the most adverse conditions imaginable. I'm being dripped on. I'm looking up at the roof. Greg's lighting it right now. Is that Greg?
Yes.
You upside down. Greg, can you point it down this way, down the tunnel? As best you can. So, there are my feet. Check out down the tunnel there. Widens up. There's a little bit of a pinch point, which we're going to have to try and find a way to find our way past. But
what's it do on the other side of it?
Opens out into a water-filled passage. So this is really interesting. You can see the crevice worn in the center of the floor of the tunnel. It's not a joint. A joint would be straight. This is actually a meandering kind of channel formed by running water above the water table. You can see the tunnel was actually much wider, and you've got flowstone that's actually come down either side and caused this constriction, this pinch point. Again, looking up ahead, it widens out just after this, widens significantly. It's all water at that point, and quite an echo coming back. So we've got to find a way past this. So this is quite a find here. Beautiful formations. You've got ripping about 5 feet high. You've got serious scallops. In fact, it is the scallops that suggest to us that this might actually be an in-feeding tunnel. Scallops will show you the flow, the direction of water flow, and there's a vague suspicion that maybe the water flows down this tunnel from deeper inwards and flows out into the cavern, or at least underneath the cavern, and takes a sharp turn under the wall. This might explain the possibly larger flow that had been entering from the outside, and yet the apparently lesser flow within this tunnel. Can you just video me down here and just show me with a bit of light on me so people can understand the conditions? And I've got a drip in my left eye. So yeah, anyway.
There's the passage.
I've been wiggling in on my back. I went in on my front. Just made it
ceiling again.
Thank you very much.
You're on. Where's Greg's light?
So,
there we go.
Here we go, man. There was nothing here earlier today. We basically dug it out, returning from this incredible crevice that's so highly decorated. This makes it all worthwhile, all of the searching and digging. Great feeling. May not look it, definitely feels it. So That's our biggest success this weekend. Thank you. Cut her off. If these kind of discoveries interest you, and you wonder how we do it, how do we find these caves, what is it that we see in the landscape that possibly you do not, or maybe if you're a caver and you just wonder, you need to sharpen your eye and understand how to find more virgin passage and going caves, consider my book, Caving in Ontario, Exploring Buried Karst, by Michael Gordon. It's not just a book that would be directly applicable to Ontario. There's a great deal about geography and geology overall that would be applicable to any caving area in the world. You can check on my website, www.rockwatching.wordpress.com, and there's a link there to my book on the site Lulu, where you can purchase it if it interests you to do so.